Hi, my name is Bobbie. I am 21 years old and I've lived in Dublin, Ireland my whole life. At the moment I'm studying communication studies in DCU. I'm in my final year. I ride horses competitively in the sport of dressage, but due to COVID that's kind of been put on hold. But I suppose that's what I do, but who I am as a person, I guess. I like to think I'm pretty confident, outgoing. I'm lucky that I'm confident in front of the camera, although I think it's because I can't see it. So I was born blind and I can see a little bit now. I'm legally blind still, but I have 5% sight, so she's complicated. I'm sorry, this is my child, Josie, guide dog. Say hello! I waited like a year to get her. I was put on the waiting list in August of 2019, and then in August of 2020 she arrived. I'm absolutely obsessed with her. She's literally my other half. My trainer was even saying, like, on the week that he brought her to me, he was like, I've never seen a dog and a person like click this much so fast. Like, you are literally so inseparable. Your personalities are the exact same, because I needed a dog with really high energy that doesn't mind people, that doesn't mind animals, and that's exactly what she is, and it's just been incredible. So I suppose it encourages me to get up more a little bit.
Yeah. And I'd love to get a bit of a sense of where you're at in life right now.
Most days I do a workout, and that's something that I really try and fit in because it just boosts the endorphins, and I really enjoy it. It's something that I'm really passionate about, so I'm taking that day by day as well, and making sure I don't take anything too far. Then a lot of my days I have online classes, so that's been working out really well for me. I'm really lucky. I know a lot of people are struggling with that, but I'm very thankful that I'm not at the moment.
What are some of the things in your life that have shaped the person that you are today?
I suppose, God, there's been so many pinnacle moments in my life because of my sight and because I was born blind. I had a lot of operations when I was younger, a lot of transplants. I was your stereotypical Temple Street kid in and out of hospital all the time. But then I also went to a very unique primary school in that they practice mindfulness and meditation and everything like that. That was a big part of the culture in that school. I have the ability to kind of zone in on a quiet spot and just go there in my mind and make sure that my mind is really still. And I think that's such a rare and unique thing to have. It's gotten me out of a lot of situations in my own head. So I'm really grateful that I have that skill and that I'm able to do that. I suppose the operations and the time in hospital has just taught me that life is so short, even though I'm so lucky that my condition has never been life-threatening. When you're around hospitals and stuff, you do hear the stories and you see things around you and everything, and it kind of just brings home that life is so short, and it's just the people that are with you in those times are the people that you need to focus on. Yeah. And it's not like I hear a lot of people saying, oh, I didn't get a text from whatever on my birthday, or this person didn't like this or whatever, but then I'm like, oh, well, did the people that matter to you the most text you? Did the people that matter to you the most like it? And if they did, that should be more than enough, because those people were there in your darkest hour and they're the ones that matter.
Why is that so important to you?
I think because it's something that I struggle with as well. Definitely, because I am studying communication, so social media is on my mind a lot and I really enjoy it, but I'm sure we're all aware of all the dangers that come with social media and all the kind of stigma around likes, around comments, around shares and stuff like that. And definitely, when I post a photo, I do see the likes, even though Instagram doesn't show the likes anymore, so no one actually cares, but I care as a content creator and as a poster. I care, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, this got 60 likes when the last photo got 90 likes. And what I have noticed is that photos of me dressed up looking nice do get way more likes than photos of me, say, down in the yard when I don't have loads of makeup on because I'm around the horses, and that's just something I've noticed over time. It's very interesting, but I think the one common denominator for me that I need to remember is that the same people are liking the photos. The 60 likes and the 90 likes, they're liked by the same people. It's just those 30 or 40 odd people that kind of focus on the materialistic side of things, and I think that's so important to remember that it's not about that, and you just need to focus on the people that have been with you, who have seen you literally at your worst. They're the people that matter in life, even if you don't see those people every week or whatever, they still saw you at that moment. That doesn't change. That connection will never go away, and I think that's such a rare thing to have, and that's why it's so important. I think that's why it's so hard for people to realise that, because it's such a rare thing that only a handful of people will actually be that person for you in your life. If I was to send a message to all the people that have been with me through my darkest hour, I would want to say thank you. You have talked me off ledges, you've talked me up onto ledges, you've built me up, you've knocked me down when it was necessary, because sometimes that is necessary. You've just listened, you've given advice when you needed to, you've been loyal, and loyalty is such a big thing for me, and trust is such a big thing for me, and that's exactly what you are. So I am forever grateful for you for shaping who I am. It's not that whenever you see them it's dark and scary, because obviously just because no one else was there doesn't mean I wasn't okay, because I had these girls. But I think they shaped me in the fact that they saw every single part of me. They saw me in my school uniform when I was going to school in the morning. They saw me after a really hard day in school, and then moving on in life, they saw me when I first got with my boyfriend Colm, when I got my first job, started PLC, got into DCU to study communications. Like, all the milestones they have been there for, kind of like parents, if that makes sense. Like, they were there for all the big events in my life. So I suppose in that way they've shaped me, because I'm so used to having them there with me. I know their beliefs, I know what they think and everything, and I've just been so lucky to have such a core group, like the best core group possible.
What do you think you add to it?
I like to think that I add a little bit of spice. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I like to think that I am loyal and that I'm trustworthy, and that if you need it straight, if you need something said to you straight, that I am that person. I'm going to give it to you blunt, and it's going to be harsh sometimes, but that's just how it is. I'm very kind of straight out with people.
Where does that come from?
I think it's what I want people to do for me. And it's also what I have grown up with, because I can't see. So when I say, oh, does this look good, or is this okay, a lot of people will have to be very blunt with me, because if you lie, I am actually going to go out and make a fool of myself. So a lot of people have been very blunt with me growing up. So I think that is partly to do with it, but genuinely that's what I want from people. So I think I take special care to be blunt and honest with people. Not blunt in a mean way, but like, if you're going to do something stupid, I'm going to let you know about it, because I care about you. I really do not have a tolerance for bullshit.
I love it though. That's important.
Yeah.
And what, like, looking at your life, like where you've come from, where you are, what's most important to you?
I want to be happy, like truly, genuinely, like I just want happiness, like in life, within me, and knowing that you don't have to make it onto the world stage to have made a difference in life.
Yeah.
If you want to make a difference in life, it is not a necessity to be in the Guinness World Book of Records or to make it to the Olympics. Obviously that would be amazing, but just because you do not perform in the Olympic stage does not mean that you're going to die and, oh, that's it now, she's gone, you know, she was irrelevant. Like, that's not going to happen.
What do you want to be remembered for?
I would love to be remembered for someone who changed how people saw people with blindness. So a lot of people ask me, you know, do you want to be an advocate? Do you want to speak out for people with blindness? But I actually don't, because I think that's been done before. I think it's amazing that people do that, and I like fair play to people who do it. I have nothing wrong with it, but I do think that it has been done before, and I think now actually what is more powerful than speaking is doing. And I think I want to show people that blind people can actually live a perfectly normal life by doing it. I just want to go out and get a job, and I think that will speak a lot louder than someone saying blind people can't have jobs. Well, why don't blind people get jobs then? So I want to do that. I don't want to be remembered as a blind person. I want to be remembered as the person who changed how blind people were thought of. A blind isn't like a person. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's like saying, oh, hi, I'm dyslexic. Like, as in, I'm dyslexic, but my name is whatever. Like, the name comes first, and then a few hobbies, favorite food, whatever, and then, oh yeah, by the way, I'm blind. Like, it's not the person. That just is a part of what happens to make them up, but that's not who they are. Yeah. I have nothing wrong with being blind. I don't mind people calling me it. A few years ago I did go through a phase of thinking it was extremely offensive. I think that was my own transition period that led me to realise that actually I can use it to my advantage. Yeah. And I'm very lucky that I'm a very thick skin.
What's your why?
My why, I suppose, is just to make a difference in a positive way, and to just go out and live the life that I want and like deserve.